I want to talk about something that happened at my job. There was a young lady at my job who decided to tell me her whole life from start to present. But most of the story she was telling me was about this dude who left her. They broke up. And she was telling me how painful and hurtful it was. And she's always seeing him on Instagram with the new chick, in Florida, Miami, Jamaica, whatever. And he never really wanted to take her anywhere. And he's on Facebook talking about this the best thing that ever happened to him. He don't know why he didn't do this sooner. And Twitter, he's talking about they go get married and all of that. And she stressed the hell out. I'm looking at her, and she looked like she about to cry. In fact, during the conversation, she cried. And I looked at her and I said, you know what? I'm going to give you the best advice I can, but you're probably not going to like it. The first thing I'm going to tell you is get over it. Just get over it. Come on. All this crying and whatnot, not going to change anything. Get over it. Now, a lot of my friends and a lot of people I know, they always say, you say get over it, like it's just like that. But it's easier said than done. And I'm like, I know, I get that. I know it may be easier said than done, but whether it's easier or harder, whatever it is, you got to do it. You got to get over it. Because let's look at the facts. Let's look at how it all plays out. He's on Instagram with this new chick. Pictures of him smiling and her laughing and chuckling and all of this stuff. And flying here and flying there. And he's having a ball. The greatest time of his life. And what are you doing? You're standing here pouring your heart out to a total stranger, crying and all of this. I want you to understand what I'm saying. First of all, why are you still following him on Instagram? Cut that crap off. Listen, he found who he thought was going to be the best thing for him, and he took off. It's over. It's gone. He's not coming back. It's finished. Why are you still concerned with what he's posting on Instagram? And whatever he's saying on Facebook about this is the best thing that ever happened to him, and now you're all depressed, you're stressed out, you got high blood pressure, heart disease, all of that stuff that come along with stress and aggravation, and they gonna get married, and you're going to the hospital. You understand what I'm saying? And I want you to put this all together. All of this bad stuff, the heart disease, the stress, the depression, the whatever else comes with aggravation and all of that's happening to you over a man. As if he was the only man left on the planet. You could find you another man. As long as a woman is breathing, there's a man who wants her. So you totally destroying your life over a man. I'm going to say that a couple of times during this segment because I want it to resonate. I want it to really sink in. What you're going through is over a man. Just hold on to that. Chew on that a little bit. And then she told me that he decided to marry her. He posted it on Twitter that they would get married, the marriage date and all of that. And you damn near got committed into Bellevue for trying to just kill the only life you have. Over a man. You were going to end your life over a man. So I said, this is my advice to you. Excuse me. This was a lot. But I said, this is my advice to you. The first thing I want you to do is all of those social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Mamagram, Sonogram, BBgram, all those grams, delete all of that stuff. And if you don't want to delete it, how do you do that? Will you delete his profile? Delete him. So now you no longer have the capability of seeing whatever the hell he's posting when he's halfway around the world with whoever. You know, and Facebook, unfriend him, and if they have friends, that if you put something in their box, it'll jump over to your box, then unfriend them too. Not the person. Don't unfriend your friends. You know, let them know why you're not following them anymore. You know, we still cool. Me and you, we all right. We ain't got no beef. But, you know, every time John Doe puts something in your box, it pops up in my box. I don't want to see that. So that's why I'm disconnected from that. And at Twitter, all of that. Just disconnect from all of that social media nonsense. You know, because think about it. All of that stuff is like, every time you hear or see it, it's like pulling the scab off of a wound. You know, and watching it start bleeding all over again. See, the purpose of a scab is to protect the wound from the elements. When you pull that scab off, not only does it hurt like hell, but it exposes your wound to the elements. And eventually it could cause an infection. And if it gets an infection and it starts festering, they might have to cut your whole arm off. Leave the scab alone. Let it keep the wound protected until it heals. When it heals, the scab will go away on its own. Sure, it looks ugly now, but once it heals, the scab falls right off, and you got good peace. Everything is fine after that. But when you listen to the I don't know, do they have an audio box for personal audio? But when you watch Facebook and listen to Instagram and all of that kind of stuff with him in it and all that junk, you are just ripping them scabs off, just watching yourself bleed to death. And is he suffering because you're suffering? No. Coming back because you tried to commit suicide? No. You lost your house, so you're homeless. You lost your job, so you're broke. You disassociated from all your friends because you're depressed. And all it is, and nothing changed. Over a man. Now, I'm a man speaking this. But when she told me, I was like, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Over a man. So what I'm just trying to say is nobody is worth your happiness. Do what you have to do to live your best life to make sure that you're happy. Okay? Let him go. Let him do what he got to do. You do what you got to do. Anyway, that was my advice to her. If you have any advice or any opinions you'd like to share, if you think that I went too far, didn't go far enough, leave me a comment in the comments box. Thanks for watching.